So we all heard about the 6,000 bodies of children that were discovered up in Canada, and it woke up something within us youth. We were like, we know these facilities on our territory are capable of having children under them. And why are we just sitting around? What are we waiting for? Who's gonna go up in there and tell them, bring our children home? We want our children back. So we decided to do that ourselves.
Hamadak my name is Eleanor Ferguson. I'm Oglala Lakota. I'm also Korean. I represent the International Indigenous Youth Council, and we are the Oglala Lakota chapter. We have about 20 members right now. We're working on our reservation right now, doing the work we need to do to decolonize our communities and release the shackles we have on our, our legs that are tied to colonialism. Today we hosted this action here in Pine Ridge on Oshete Shakoway territory to bring awareness to these residential schools, because personally as the youth council, where our main goal was to try to figure out what our main issue is in our communities. And we all realized all of these sexual abuse problems, mental health problems, drinking problems, everything, all of that led back to these residential schools. All of that behavior was taught whenever the children were taken away from their parents and they were placed into these facilities. And these nuns and these priests, they beat that type of behavior into our elders and into our parents. And we finally found a root problem to all of our problems. And that's why we're so passionate about this children back gathering, and why we thought it was so righteous to do it now. Like I said, it was the first time in history the Oglala Lakota people stood up to the Jesuits. They took away our culture, they took away our language, they took away our children. And today was the day we told them, no more, enough's enough. I think it was really successful. The Jesuits, I'm really surprised they showed up, because we've been having a battle with them for a long, long time. And I'm really appreciative that they showed up, because that's the first sign that, the Catholic Church and the Jesuits are actually willing to come forward and admit to their history.
It's so important that our people know the history, good and bad. There are many good things that happened here, provided good education for us, but there are many bad things too. And with what happened in Canada, I'm really concerned, could that have happened here? I don't know why we are not going over the grounds right now with a radar. We have to stand up. We cannot depend on a government. Now I want to thank everybody that is here right now for coming. Us adults did bring us together today. Our youth did. And they are our future leaders.
My name is Philip Ironshell. I was pretty much born and raised here. I come from two different nations. I come from the Oglala Lakota people, and I'm also a part of the Eastern Band Cherokee. Growing up, all you see around here is people leaving the reservation, and you never see them come back and do stuff. And if there are people that do that, there's very little. And so we really want to encourage people as a youth council to stay here and actually touch on subjects and issues that we have within our community. If you don't come with solutions, then nothing's ever going to get fixed. And so by being organized and being raised around organizers, we've seen that throughout our life. A lot of our relatives are descendants of these people boarding schools, but some of our relatives didn't turn to alcohol and drugs. They turned to organizing and trying to make a change in that community. I think this was a really huge step for our community. After today, it really changed the dynamic of how the Catholic Church is going to do things, because we told them straight up that we're going to work with you now, but if you don't hold yourself accountable and you don't work with us, then we're going to come back, and we're going to keep coming back until we get that change.